bit of a ride still, and it's not a creek. It's the same lake we camped on, just a different pipe. It'll be worth it. I saw some big drum and sturgeon there. Should be rock bass, bluegills, perch, pickerel too. It's a good spot.
We'll see if you're as good at catching fish as you are at catching criminals, Arthur.
Trelawney owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something, but his information is good.
Plus, we are now ingratiated with the local law. I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
So what Trelawney said about those
Mate ele.
What you think?
I told you, I've had bounty hunters after me for years. When was the last time I didn't have a price on my head?
Seems a
É a
little bigger
division.
now, Dutch.
Super agents. It's just Trelawney over-egging the pudding
Príncipe
like
de
the
Catano.
showman he is. Unless there's a new breed of special man I don't know about.
So, do nothing?
Not until I've thought it through. Interesting about those two families.
We'll look into it.
Good.
E ele tá modo.
Like I said, when
Entrou
we
na
set
PlayStation e
off,
não entra na
just
party.
start turning the soil. Low profile.
Where is this spot, Hosea? Timbuktu?
Not too much farther. Anyway, you two never told me properly about that business with Cornwall in Valentine. What happened there? Apart from scaring the living daylights out of Mr. Strauss.
That was about the only upside. John and I didn't even have time to get paid for the sheep we rustled.
It is safe to say Mr. Cornwall isn't a man to let bygones be bygones.
Ambushed us in the saloon. He came with a lot of guards and what seemed like just about every lawman in the county.
We've had closer shaves, but not that many.
And if Cornwall found us, the Pinkertons couldn't have been far behind. This is the spot. Down to the left there. I saw some boats around last time. Be good to get to deeper water.
Isso não dá para criar aí uma sessão privada. Só vocês. Oh.
Yes, over there on the shore.
Eu às vezes não gosto de jogar online com qualquer um deles. Eles fazem merda. Uma hora que não ajudem. É, uma hora que não ajudem, outra hora entrem para o gozo. Há menos que até entrem aí para o gozo, já passarem o jogo, mas mentem saem no gozo.
All right. This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
I got a good feeling about fishing here. It's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon. Oh.
Okay, here we go. Let me row. You boys are too old for real labor no more.
You're too dumb for anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
I enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper water and pray for good luck and stupid fish.
But what about stupid luck? Good fish.
That'll do too. Get us a
Caraca,
bit deeper.
este jogo é mesmo foda.
I think here's good.
All right. Good luck, gentlemen. Come on, Arthur. Don't be nervous. You won't catch much without a rod.
Should really come here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We should use a lake lure. That'll give us a much better chance of hooking something big like a sturgeon.
What's wrong with a good old worm?
Oh, worms are good for tiddlers like blue... and rock bass, but... You'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures it is, then. You heard the expert, Arthur. Let's bait up.
Keep the lure moving slowly on the water so it looks like a little fish just asking to be eaten. Are you trying to make your lure look like a dead fish? They won't be interested if it ain't moving. Something's nibbling. Ha! Gotcha! Shit. Got away.
Come on, Arthur. You can't go back empty-handed.
There, hooked him.
That feels like a bite. Got one. Damn it, I lost him.
Maybe if you caught a fish, we'd stop teasing you.
I got him bite. There we go.
Arthur, you have to catch one at least.
All right, all right. This ain't a race.
You got a bite. Now reel him in, Arthur.
Hey, look at this beauty.
There you go.
Well done, Arthur.
They can grow a lot bigger than that. Fella told me he once saw a monster lake sturgeon near the mouth of the river, just southwest of Saint Denis. 50-pounder, he reckoned.
I would like to see that.
Hey, Jose, do you remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing? He came back with 3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah, you do. He was maybe 20, 21, walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast, toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh, I remember now.
Then, the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those bass?"
Look, you can fish, or you can go drinking all day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
Fish on the line, Arthur. I used to go fishing with this feller back in the day. Wesley, his name was. Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We'd go out all the time. But one day, we were river fishing when we see a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, "Wesley, that was nice of you." And he replies, "Well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.
Remember those big salmon I caught in Montana last year? We had a banquet planned that night until Copper went and scoffed the lot.
You never had control of that dog.
He had some spirit, though. Never lost the puppy in him, right to the end.
You know, I remember us saying how Blackwater was the furthest east we'd ever been. As a group, I mean.
Feels like the more we try to head west, the further east we end up.
We had all those safe spots picked out to lie low in New Austin after the ferry job.
I liked it there. Still open and wild, the way it should be. Somehow the desert makes you feel closer to the sky.
No point us trying to get back that way anytime soon. Pinkertons had patrols out all over tall trees and Great Plains. We saw when we went back for Sean.
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse. Plans change. That's just how life goes. Did I ever tell you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15 and didn't see her again. She and
Daniel,
I didn't always see eye to eye.
Elf, quanto é que a gente vai dar para
Always
este?
a very obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow, even from the grave, she managed to have the last laugh.
Are you just spectating now, Arthur?
Que é isso, mano? Aprendes. E tem ido à pesca, pá. Aprendes. Acho que como não era um doia. Ou fazes praia. Ficas lá comigo que fazes praia. Fico na pesca, fazes praia.
You got something biting, Arthur.
Ficas a pescar
Just gotta
grelos.
reel him in now, Arthur.
Well done.
Make sure you don't forget about that and let it rot in the bag.
Porra, vão ficar o dia inteiro aqui na pesca. Talvez vou amanhã ou depois. Ao pé do Luigi.
Arthur's got a bite. Nice, you hooked him.
Não tens visto no meu Instagram. Não usas o Instagram. Eu tenho ido lá à pesca. Em 3 dias eu matei quase 100 peixes. Matei 98 peixes em 3 dias.
Not bad, Arthur.
Keeping that one, eh?
Porra, a sério, não sei ainda aqui. Estou sempre aqui a pescar. Às vezes eu meto lá fotos, não este.
Got a nibble there, Arthur. You hooked him. Nicely done, Arthur.
Oh, Arthur's pleased with that one.
A seguir eu vou-te mandar a foto dele. Para tu veres. E já platinei o Far Cry.
Looks like you got a bite, Arthur.
That's on the hook, Arthur.
Que é isso, mano? Esguarachimena.
You're getting it.
Porra, eu vou estar sempre aqui nesta missão. E vou era nada.
Worth keeping that one.
Caraca. O cara tá aqui e tu com 2 gajos na pesca. Com o barco. Porra. Tá sempre aqui. Fone. Ah, já vou passar aquelas cenas amarelas. As principais que aparecem em amarelo. Ainda estou no capítulo 2. Ah pá, eu vou ir a nada.
Hey, I reckon we call it a day,
Ah,
fellas.
aleluia.
Already?
Porra.
You ain't been chasing down outlaws.
All right. Think we got a decent haul here. Pearson will be happy.
Onde é que leva o barco?
Should we head back?
We could keep the boat, not too far back to camp from here.
Good idea. Could be
And
useful.
What about
é um muitíssimo grande.
They'll find their
Platinei
way
o
back.
jogo, mano.
Just follow the shore south, Arthur.
That
Sou
was
zonho,
fun.
jogar só.
Thank you, boys. Now, Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
Porra, não anda mais.
Okay. All right, I got one for you. I asked that gal to give me some.
I asked that gal to give me some. She says wait till the taters is done. I couldn't wait till the taters
Agora quero o outro mais recente, o Far Cry. Mais recente. Tens algum jogo para vender?
was done. Threw her on the floor and I knocked off some. I wish to God I'd passed her by. I wish to God I'd passed her by. Taters got burned and so
Os gajos põem para os itens, cantar.
That was pretty good. But you know, what song we should be singing?
What?
Look at us. 3 mariners.
Ah, of course.
Vou-lhe mandar como foi. Porra, este gajo, ele esteve no cofre com morse e tudo. E aqui não entra, o que é que se passa com ele? Ah pá, logo com o Fab aí, tapare, à 1h da manhã, ele entra. Eu era sempre ele, oh rapaz, porquê que só entras agora? Eu assim, está tudo a jogar esse jogo dos zombies e não entra na party. Eu era assim, compra, eu sei tudo isso, eu era assim, tá bem, tchau, até amanhã. Eu assim, já vai sair, e eu então... Rapaz, ele começou a jogar. Às 2 horas estava lá a mandar mensagem a dizer bora para a Xbox. Foda-se, aquele gajo joga 12 horas por dia. É das 2 da tarde até às 2 da manhã. Ou até às 3. Não tens mais nenhum jogo, pintor. Se tiver jogos mais ou menos barato e compro. Já lá foi o Far Cry. O Resident Evil 2. Quando passares então vendes. Mas essa aqui já mamei um barco para aqui.
All right. I think I mean, we are gonna be okay. I know. Oh, I always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine.
This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.
Well, I am going to take in the view.
I'll give these fish to Pearson.
Beleza, mano. O que eu vou fazer agora? Ih, já não me lembro onde é que vem tu pôs. Que vender.
Don't be like that. Just a
Vou
few
meter dinheiro
bucks.
ali.
I'm short.
Get lost.
Well, I'll go try someone with a heart.
You do that.
Sorry, Captain. Did they do things differently in the Navy?
Yes, they left the ladies in port.
And you preferred that, did you?
Sometimes, depending on the ladies. Should I say the women?
É, mano, quando eu editar. Esse aqui eu vou-te mandar uma foto. Vou-te mandar uma foto, eu vou seguir. Fiquei sem fazer nada na Nazaré, rapaz, e acabou papéis. Estarei sem fazer nada.
Say whatever you damn well please, but I tell you, if I don't get out of here soon, I'm gonna
Caraças, quer comer e não está para ir para ali?
I'm gonna kill you.
Caraca,
come near me, Sailor,
Dá-lhe.
and I'll slice you up.
You put that knife down or you're
que
gonna
é
be losing
esse?
a hand.
What is wrong with you two?
I ain't chopping vegetables for a living.
Oh, I'm sorry, madam. Was there insufficient feathers in your pillow?
I ain't lazy, Mr. Morgan. I'll work, but not this.
Well, ain't cooking work?
My husband and
E aí,
I,
mano,
we
é
shared
novo
the
aí no
work.
canal?
All of it. I was out in the fields.
Já pintaste
I can
a casa
hunt,
toda.
carry a knife, or use a gun. But I tell you, you keep me here, I'll skin this fat old coot and serve him for dinner.
Watch your damn mouth, you crazy goddamn fishwife.
Enough, both of you! Well, come with me then. You want to head out there, run with the men? So be it. But we do more than just hunting. We're hunted. And them things hunting us, so they got guns of their own.
I ain't afraid of dying.
Good. You need anything, Mr. Pearson? Maybe me and Mrs. Adler are gonna take a little ride.
Yeah, sure. Here's my list. And can you post this letter for me while you're there?
Beleza, mano, já subscreveu o
Come on,
canal.
princess. Are you coming with me then, woman?